Hallo. Hallo. Welcome, welcome. One more thing I need to do that I forget about. The Here we go. Perfect. Time to make charms. Two more things I forgot to do. I need a cup of water. BRB. BRB. Okay. Hello! Hello! Yeah, I did say charms. How big should I make it? I feel like kind of big. Making air dry clay small is difficult because it dries out so fast. Charmin. I'm making some Charmin charms. Maybe. You'll see. Kind of big indeed, yeah. Maybe I can just... Since I'm using water this time, I get the feeling that it won't dry out as fast, you know? Like maybe I can avoid that. Let's try this size first. That seems like a good size for a bracelet or something. A bracelet or a necklace. Hopefully. Make a perfectly round sphere here. Stick it. When I was little, I did a school project where I had to invent a toy. And I used air dry clay for that. I invented a toy where you had to excavate dinosaur bones. Because I was into dinosaurs. So I had a big block of like dirt, and then you had to excavate the dinosaur bones from the dirt. It was kind of a one-use toy. I tried really hard to make it multiple uses because part of the project was testing the toy, and I was like, I can't test this because as soon as I do, it's going to be ruined and nobody else can play with it anymore. So I tried to convert it into like a game where different bones are worth different amounts of points. It didn't really work. My sisters did that same project, and we all like as soon as we quote unquote invented our toys, always like less than a year later, we would find something in a catalog that's like exactly the same. My oldest sister invented a like playhouse made out of paper that you could color yourself. Yeah, so that was cool. And I think my other sister invented like stuffed animals that had a little pouch in them for their babies to go inside, like as if they were pregnant, if I'm remembering correctly. Like, okay, she might have done like a kangaroo or something. But first of all, kangaroos do incubate their babies in their pouches. And second of all, I think she did other stuff besides a kangaroo. So that's a little odd. I don't know why she did that. And then, of course, we saw stuffed animals like that in a catalog like 2 months after that. We were like, are our teachers secretly selling our ideas to toy makers? As long as it gets the school more money, then sure. Get one of my toothpicks here. He needs some eyes. Lots of them, because he's a spider. And a little mouth. Can you see the little mouth? He's got a little ooh-woo face. That's how you make spiders cute. Okay. He has 8 legs, but I don't know if 8 legs looks good. I might want to cut some of these legs in half so that I can move these back legs up further. Yeah, he's a cutie. Okay. Okay. Should I just keep it at 6? No, he needs 8. He's a spider. How does this look? Let's switch these two, because one of these is slightly bigger. Oh, it looks better. It does in fact look better. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Tiny stubby little legs. Tiny chubby little legs. For my tiny chubby little spider. Spider charm. Ta-da! Okay, I think this guy's finished. put him over here to dry. And then let's make a tiny cat for Joltik. I've decided that Joltik is a cat because he constantly, in our Charmy Discord server, has a cat profile picture and a cat. He's cat everything. So I've decided he's a cat. A cat with a little mask. A little bit bigger than that. I might make some of my Oshis too, not just Kohais and stuff. I might make a Gavis Betel Goose. A Machina X Flayon Macaroon. Machiroon. Whatever he calls them. How do you... I don't know. I don't know how you pronounce that. Yeah, cat, bat, bear, and spider. Smaller body. Squish. Squish that down a little bit. Okay, ears. You know what? Okay. Tiny bit of water. I never want to put too much water on these little thin pieces because they tend to just break apart. Sag. Too pointy. There we go, that's better. Boop, 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 boop. Let's add a little bit of chub to the back of it. Just a tiny, teeny, tiny, teeny, tiny bit. Just give it some weight. Just a little bit of weight. There we go. I like how it points forward a tad. I'm gonna try to adjust it like this though. There we go. Chubby little ear. That looks good. I'm gonna carve out a little bit of it in the middle for the ear canal. Here we go. Look at that. That looks so good. All right. Gotta switch sitting positions. I gotta start doing yoga. I'm too stiff. Get that nice pointiness. Compare. That looks the same. Alright. A little bit of chub on the back. There we go. A little bit of water on him. Oh, hello! Hello, Levi. Good afternoon. I'm making a cat right now. I need to be smooth. Smoothenate for me, please. There we go. A little bit smoothenated. Let's try dipping this toothpick and paste in water. Toothpaste? Toothpick. Oh, sorry, Levi. Headaches suck. It's been real rainy where I am right now, so occasionally I'll just get a headache and be like, oh man, storm's coming. Shift in pressure and all that. We're having kind of an early rainy season right now. It might rain later today. It looks like it could go either way. This stream was supposed to be at 12, but I decided to just not go live until I had everything perfect, or near perfect. I didn't want this to be a halfway stream. Alright, let's smoothenate just a little bit more on the head. Try to smoothenate in the ears a little bit. Dip, 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 dip. Dip, 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 dip. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna let that dry for just a second and I'm gonna go back over to this one and smoothenate it a little bit because I don't want these legs to fall off, actually. If they do fall off, then I will just glue them back on, but I would rather not. If I get my toothpick wet and then put it in this clay blob right here, maybe I can kind of fill in the gaps with liquid clay. Kind of like glue but better because it looks better, doesn't mess up the texture at all. Good luck on your hunt, Levi. Godspeed. Return safely. Okay. On the bottom. I'm very detail-oriented. I'm a very detail-oriented person. Which some people think is a bad thing, but they're wrong. It's a neutral thing. It's bad in some situations and very good in others. I've been applying to jobs recently, and sometimes they have these little personality quizzes. Ew. Gross. Cringe. And they always ask what I feel like are trick questions about your personality. They're like, are you a perfectionist? And you're like, well, that depends. Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing? I'm not so much of a perfectionist as to never finish my work, but I am so much as a perfectionist as to like to do things right and taking pride in my work. Perfect where possible and appropriate. Good enough everywhere else. Smoothenate. I wish USPS had like anonymous mail, you know? I mean, I know P.O. boxes are a thing, but I wish you could have a mail pseudonym. A pseudonym for your mailing address so that you can give an address for people to send physical stuff to without them knowing your physical address, you know? Because I want to stay anonymous while sending stuff out. Basically what I'm saying is I want to mail these little charms here. Wish I could send them to you guys. Maybe I will anyway. But also I want to open an Etsy shop while streaming. And like, P.O. boxes are a pain. So I don't want to put my return address as a P.O. box. I'd rather just mail them straight from my house. And even then, P.O. box is like still in the town that you're in. So that's still... You thought Inside Out was playing. I want to see the new one. people are saying that it's good. I was skeptical about it because I thought that them introducing new emotions is dumb because none of them were in the other movie, and it felt like they were kind of using the five main emotions and how they mixed to be like, oh yeah, these are all the emotions. And when they mix, they make stuff like anxiety, embarrassment, ennui, envy. I don't really understand it when people say that they like discover new emotions as they're growing up, because I've seen that in a lot of places, in a lot of coming of age stories. But I never really got it. I feel like I didn't go through that. I just always had them. Maybe I'm just built different. Eyeballs. A little nose. And a little smile. Here we go. Cutie pie. I'm gonna give him paws. Chubby little paws. Levi, don't microwave the fork. Don't do it. Don't do it, boy. Little front paws, smoothenate that. No cracks. This cat is taking way longer than the spider did. Front paws. Well, I don't know if I need back paws. I'm thinking about where I would put them, and I think on the side is not great, actually. No. Front paws are good. They kind of read his legs, though. It looks like he's sitting. Not my fave. Not my fave. Let's try underneath. No. No. Let's put a tail on and then decide. Oh, cracking. Water. Too much water. Here we go. I might just leave it like that. I don't know if I need paws. No, I don't need paws. He's got his paws tucked underneath, like cats do. There we go. Ta-da! Little cat boy. When I paint him, I've drawn Joltik as a cat like occasionally before, and I always give him a little mask like his model has, or his old model had. He changed it on me. Okay, cat done. Now for bat. That is hard. Because it's not something that people normally draw chibi and cute, you know? They draw either the shorthand Halloween version, which is very flat, 2D, or they draw kinda like, I don't know. Kind of like a more realistic chibi version, I guess. Yeah. Alright, flatten out these wings a little bit. And bat wings are hard. Bat wings are very hard. Because you gotta make sure that the little is distinguished. The upside down M that makes their wing. Let's use my toothpick. Okay. Boop. I mean, that looks pretty good. The other thing that's hard about bats is you have to make the wings symmetrical. You have to make 2 of them! It's also really easy to make a bat look like something else. Like a cat. Because they've got the pointy ears. Let's move these so they're on camera. Oh, did I freeze? Did my camera freeze? Uh-oh. Oh no. That's no good. Let me wipe off my hands and see what's wrong with it. Just a sec. Alright. Let me hide you for a second. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta reconnect it for some reason. Oh, we got it. Let me see what it looks like real quick. Okay. Okay, we're back. Woo! The app closed for some reason. I don't know why. But that was kind of weird. Okay. Let's see if I can strike twice. Let's see if lightning strikes twice with these wings. Flatten that out a little bit. Bend it around. Come on. Do I need water? Why aren't you cooperating? Oh, hello, Squirrely Q. I'm glad the bat is looking adorable already. I'm making everything small this time. Very small and chubby. No, this wing isn't thick enough. Look at that ratio. It needs to be chubbier. Okay, is this a good size? I think so. All right. Squish it down. Is it chubby enough? I don't know if it's chubby enough still. Pouting about it. Okay. Let's try and put it on and shape it a little bit. Ugh. I told you it's so hard to get them looking the same. I had a phase where I really liked bats. I think it was after my family went to a cave that had like a whole bunch of bats, and we got to see them all fly out at night. That was pretty cool. Like literally thousands of bats. And then I was just really into bats for a little bit. I learned all the types of bats. I think bats deserve to be one of those cute woodland creatures that girls like and have like as their aesthetic, like frogs. I think bats and frogs need to be on the same level. Because bats definitely deserve it more. They're cleaner, they like groom themselves very well, they are cuter in my opinion, and they have, a lot of them are endangered. So they need the support. Whereas, no offense, but these girls who say they like frogs, if they met a frog in the wild, I get the feel that they wouldn't like it as much. I used to be one of those girls that liked frogs, and then one night when I was coming home from work at like 2 a.m., my family wasn't home. There was a giant toad in front of my door, like this big. And he was pretty much blocking my way in at 2 a.m. So I couldn't get in my own house. He's my nemesis. I hate him. He stayed there for like a couple months, actually, after that incident. He was just hanging out in our yard, made a home for himself under one of the bushes. Disgusting. I couldn't get past him, because if I opened the door, he would have gone right in. And I don't want frogs in my house! Toads are such a vibe, though. I mean, would I mind being a toad? No. I wouldn't mind being a toad. Because they get to just kind of chill. Would I mind having toads in close proximity to me as a human being? Yes. I would mind. I don't want to touch them. I don't want to see them. Yeah. Gross. Grossy. Warts. Disease. Ew. If I had to choose a favorite frog, I would choose poison dart frog. I know I can't touch them. I can't pet them like I can other frogs. But I don't want to pet frogs anyway. And I want to look at them through a glass screen, which is all that you can really do with poison dart frogs. And they're pretty. Ears time. Big, long ears that have kind of a in and out shape that goes in and then out again. And they're big. Oh yeah. Perfect size. Exact same size as the whole body. They just want to boop on their heads? No. I will not boop. They don't get a boop. No. They will give me warts if I boop them. You know what else I have in my area besides frogs? Tarantulas. And I would boop a tarantula. I would. Tarantulas, now those are guys that just chill. They don't want any drama with anybody. They're just absolutely chill. I wouldn't recommend picking one up in the wild. But, you know, people keep them as pets. You can pick them up and pet them if they're a pet. And yeah, they're poisonous and they can bite, but they kinda won't. They don't want to. They just kind of chill. And of course, still, I personally would not want one in my house. But if one was in front of my door, which did happen once, you just kind of move it. And then that's it. Back where you were going to school at, they had desert roads and tarantulas everywhere. They're very calm, and if you ignored the fangs, very cute. Yeah. Like this man. This guy represents my friend Kumo. I don't know what kind of spider Kumo is, but if he was a tarantula, it would make sense, because he is very chill. Sculpt this ear a little bit. Okay, that looks good. That's an awesome silhouette. Spent a lot of time on that, but for good measure. Eye time. Poke you in the brain, ready? And of course, a little smile. There we go. Let's add a nose. Let's add a big nose. There we go. Perfect. We had a relocation box for the critters at the front desk when the thing wandered in too. That's cute. I've never seen one of those. One of the schools I went to had a Gila monster mascot. Like a live Gila monster. Those things are cool. Big lizards. Big chubby lizards. They're very chubby. They're cute, but so freaking dangerous. They are pretty dangerous. I would not want a relocation box for those because I would not want to touch them. Even if you're keeping that as your school mascot as a pet, you still don't want to touch it. That stays in the box. That stays in the glass box. Okay, teddy bear time. I mean, it's always teddy bear time, but time for me to make a teddy bear charm. Want a nice little round head. This might be too small. Let's compare it to the cat. Yeah, a little too small. If I was a real bear and not a teddy bear, I think I would be either a grizzly bear or a sun bear. I mean, I am pretty lanky. I'm chubby on the internet. I'm chubby and cute, but I'm pretty lanky in real life. So if we're going off my corporeal form, then I would be a sun bear. If we're going off this form, chubby brown bear. Chubby grizzly. Are brown bears and grizzly two different things, or are those the same things? I don't actually know. I don't actually remember enough about bats to know which kind of bat Levi would really be, but I'm guessing it's a vampire bat. Because he's a vampire. I'm guessing. And then my Kohai Joltik is a tuxedo cat. I just decided. He Cats are not part of his persona at all. But I just decided he's a cat. Because he has that personality. You think they're the same thing. Okay. Okay, round and chubby. Still too small. Still too small. Oi, 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 oi. Okay, that's good. That's a good head right there. Huh. Make a round little body. Bear identification is very easy. You look at the fur color and call it a bear before running away. Okay, but what if the fur color is white and black, though? Do you still run away? I wouldn't run away. I would go, whoa, and I would take like 70 pictures. What if the color is gray and fluffy? Then it's a koala bear. And then you go, whoa, and you take like 70 pictures. Or red and black, then it's a red panda bear. And then you go kawaii, and you take like a ton of pictures. I saw a red panda at a zoo once. I think it was the San Diego Zoo. It was so cute. They're not lying when they talk about how cute those are. They're so cute. Come on, roll. Don't stick. Roll. Roll! Okay, there we go. That's a little bit rolled. Oh. Smash. Squish, squish. We have some bears in my area. We always had to watch out for them when we go camping, but I've never actually seen one in the wild. You forgot for a second that pandas existed? A terrifying mix of polar and black bear. Yeah, that would be pretty bad. I mean, I think grizzlies are the most aggressive, but I think if you combined the aggression of a polar bear and a black bear, that would be pretty scary. I have seen a polar bear because they had one at the zoo. He's not there anymore, though. I think they moved him. So now the exhibit is literally just empty. That's always so sad when that happens. I used to perform at the zoo. Right across from the polar bear exhibit, I think. So that's cool. Yeah, they really don't lie about how massive those get. They are freaking big. Not actually as big as grizzlies, though. I didn't perform at with the animals at the zoo. I think I should clarify that. I just sang. I just did singing, because they would invite local performers. Boop, boop, boop. They had a big ol' park in the middle of the zoo, which we called the People Exhibit. And that's where we would perform. Sometimes they would have alpacas there instead. I have seen penguins as well as polar bears. Very exciting. I think they were rock hoppers. No, I have definitely seen rock hoppers, but I did see emperor penguins. And those are also massive. Rock hoppers are small though. Those are the small ones that are easy to have because they don't live in sub-zero temperatures. And they're small. Emperor penguins are the ones that are hard to have because you have to keep their enclosure like literally freezer temperatures. Crazy. Petting the penguins? The city zoo lets you pay to pet the penguins? Oh my gosh. I'm so jealous. Holy cow. I want to pet a penguin. They let you pay to pet the giraffes at my zoo, but I feel like that's pretty standard. They don't really do anything else cool. I guess besides let me sing there. They also put up lights for Christmas. They do put up lights for Christmas, and that's pretty cool. It's ironic, because the places that are known for having Christmas snow, I think, don't actually have as great of lights. Because they have to deal with the snow. So places that don't get snow, like where I live, we have huge light shows, actually. We have huge Christmas light showcases every year, which I think is cool. It's nice to have something that's just quintessential Christmas, since everything else is pretty unquintessential for us. Boop. Boop. That eye got messed up. There we go. Now it's circular. And a mouth. That's really crooked. Smooth and 8. Let's try again. Ooh. Ooh. Half of that got messed up. Why am I having so much trouble with your mouth, buddy boy? Air dry clay gets slimy. It's not super awesome texture. The things we do for love. There we go. That looks good. And then I'm gonna try to make this nose circular. There we go. No, I don't like that. Triangular it is. It's actually, the wetter it is, the harder it is to carve like this. And I kind of squished it down just now. Don't do that. Oof. Oof. And I squished the ear. Okay, you need to dry out a little bit, just a tad, before I work on you anymore. Oof. Okay. So I've got a cat. I've got a spider. Spider. I've got a bat. And I've got a bear. Coolio. I've got a bear that's kind of falling apart. Because I got it too wet. And that's... okay, that's fine. This is fine. It's alright. It's fine. Okay. Put that there. Sit and dry. Alright. Next, I'm going to make a goose, because that represents one of my favorite VTubers. I like Gabus Battle. The whole gang's here! Yeah! I need to go get some jewelry wire so I can make these into actual charms that I can put on an actual bracelet, or an actual necklace, or my actual ears. I don't know if I've said this before. I feel like I talk about it all the time, but my dream type of content is actually having an Etsy store and selling the things that I make on stream. That's why I was talking about mail earlier. Because I would love to sell the stuff that I make on stream, but I want to keep my address private. Because that's the most safe thing to do online. When your address gets leaked online, they have a whole negatively connotated word for it and everything. They call it being doxxed. So yeah, I don't want to do that. Does Etsy have some sort of program for that? That would be super dope to see. Thank you. Etsy should have some sort of program for that. They should allow you to, and you know, I would pay for it if they offered it as a paid service. They should have a service where they send you labels that have the return address listed as like an Etsy distribution center but with your name on it or your pseudonym, so that if something gets returned, if the address is wrong and it gets returned, it will go to the Etsy distribution center and they can send it to you, so that you can have a return address on your boxes while still being private. I think that would be cool. Have I thought of a P.O. box? Yes. They're really inconvenient. I would rather just ship it to my house, from my house, but P.O. box would probably be how I would do that. If I ended up doing that at any point. Something people don't know about Etsy stores is that they cost money to maintain, pretty much. It's not like eBay. So I don't know if I would want to make an Etsy store until a little bit later in my content journey. But that's the wrong side to put the head on. Look at that. That's cute. This one will be a little bit bigger than the other ones, I think. Or at least just an awkward shape. My mom had an Etsy shop at one point. She basically used it like eBay, actually. But she knew that listing her stuff on Etsy would get her a better response. It was handmade stuff. Like, she wasn't cheating Etsy or anything by not having handmade stuff, by just being a reseller or anything, but it wasn't made specifically for her Etsy store. I should ask her about it. Yeah, the goose is friend-shaped. I should ask my mother how Etsy stores work. She's gonna be like, what do you need it for, though? She's gonna be... And I'm gonna have to be like, influencer activities. Woo. And that's gonna be embarrassing. She's gonna think I'm cringe. I care very much that my mother doesn't think I'm cringe. Trying to decide if this neck is too thin. Oh, hello, Space! Lurking is cool. I love the little dudes. You love the little dudes. I'm glad you love the little dudes. I like making stuff little. I think I work best small. I took a sculpture class last semester. And it was really fun, but everything I made was very small, on purpose. I made like a little fairy bust that was like the size that an actual fairy would be. Like, small. And I think that one was the favorite that I made. That one was definitely my favorite. Your brother already told your moms that you stream? Tattletale. My brother actually hasn't told my parents. My parents kind of know. They know that I make content. They don't know specifically that I stream. I don't know if they would be like... if they would think that would cringe or not. My brother thinks I'm cringe, definitely. My brother absolutely 100% thinks I'm cringe. But he ain't no snitch. Maybe he just thinks they know. There's a lot of stuff where I'm like, I think my parents just know that they just like figure out about me, but they don't. Like the other month, I was talking to my mom and I mentioned how I like skipped church activities, like how I would play hooky with church activities, and she was like, "Wait, I didn't know about that. What do you mean?" And she was like mad at me for doing that years ago when I was a teenager. I just thought she knew. I wasn't very sneaky about it. I think he needs a head. I don't think I can just attach the beak to the neck like this. He looks too much like a flamingo that way. Make the beak a little bit smaller. Honk! My brother also really likes geese. Maybe I'll give this to him. Oop. He probably won't like Gavis Bettle, though. Because he thinks VTubers are cringe. He did agree at one point. I was like, if I ever asked you to be in just a recorded video, though, not a stream, would you do it? And he said yes. I think on some level he thinks it would be fun. I think I'll give this guy wings. And maybe little feetsies as well. It was easy for him to show your avatar because he uses a beaver when we stream. Cool. Ever think about how strict the definition of a VTuber is. Like, people will say that you're not a VTuber unless you have that, like, idol persona, you know? The, like, Japanese idol persona. But that's literally just because the professional agencies do that. But, like, if you really, really think about it, in my opinion, it doesn't make sense for any agency to have anything other than the idol type of VTuber. Because you don't really need an agency at all unless you have that type of thing going on. Like, yeah, support is nice, money is nice, because VTubing is expensive. But, you know what, actually I take that back. No, it's not. My model is $17, baby! Woo! It's only because the definition of VTubing is so strict that people think it's expensive. They think they need, you know, the impeccably rigged, super high-tech models to be a VTuber, but no you don't. Look at me. I've got just one of them, basically Picrew models. Something that I bought off of Booth for $17 that I just customized to fit me. And yeah, I'm a VTuber. Even though I'm not like an idol, or I'm not, I guess the other type of VTuber, the more American kind, the kind that was founded by Americans, is the lewd tuber. And I'm definitely not that. And that's all I'm really gonna say about it. I'm always looking at VGen and the prices are always insane. Yeah, I mean, I think they're fair, knowing how much work goes into something of that caliber. But yeah, it's expensive. I won't say it's not expensive. It's fair, but expensive. Sometimes I look at the rigging process and I'm like, I could do that. Not as in like, I could just pick it up and do it, but as in like, I could learn that. I could enjoy that. But I'm not that great at drawing. I'm sufficient at drawing. But not good enough to make an actual model. I would love to see, in the VTubing community, more models that aren't really anime style. I would love to see, like, more American comic style for 3D, maybe like Pixar kind of style. Just anything, really. Almost done with the goose. don't remember her name, but there's this tuber that uses Betty Boop style. I remember her name. That's Pumpkin Potion. She's cool. I think she mostly does just chatting though, which I'm not super into. At least, that's what I see on her YouTube shorts, is highlights from her just chattings. Maybe she does other stuff too and I don't know. There we go. I'm gonna make him little feetsies and then he's gonna be done. Too much water. Oi. That's getting spread everywhere. Oi. Should I keep the feet round or should I do webbed? I keep bringing it up closer to my face and that brings it away from the camera. Don't do that. Just a tiny bit of water. Just a tiny bit. Round that out a little bit. That's too big. Okay. There we go. I think I'll just keep the feet round. I think that's best. There we go. What a lovely boy. If I decide to theme him actually like Gavis Bettle, then that will probably be in the paint stage. But yeah, look at him. Your vote's on round. Good. I didn't see that till now, but good. Keeping it round. Ta-da! And there's the others. All of them together. What a lovely little group. All right. I gotta go now. So I'll put these here to dry. And we'll see if I can paint them on stream too, but no promises as of right now. I'm actually moving soon, so I'm gonna be busy for a couple weeks. But then after that, I will probably have my own kitchen, so I can expand a little bit on the kinds of things that I do on stream, which is exciting. I would love to make bath bombs and slime. But that's really a kitchen activity. You can't see it, but I've got carpet underneath here. So I don't want to be using all of those bath bomb powders and glue and stuff until I can do it on a tile floor. Alright. I'll see you guys later. I love you. Now get out. Bye-bye.